Okay, so for the first thing that we need to review is about adjectives. What is adjective again? A word that what does it do?
Describe.
Describe. Okay, so it describes the physical appearance, the color, the shape, or where something has originated, or what is the materials that you use for a certain noun or pronoun. Okay, so just like the first example here, metallic chair. So what kind of chair?
Metallic.
Metallic one.
Metallic
So
chair.
from the word
Metallic chair.
metallic, right, we could conclude that it comes from a wood. It is made of what?
Metal.
Made of course, metal. From the word itself, it tells us of what kind, right? What kind of chair? It is a metallic chair. Okay, which one? The last row. So when we are referring to the order, right? It could be asked also with the question which one. Okay, we're going to use the word, okay, the limiting adjectives. Okay, in here the last row means, so it talks about the order. Which one? Which order of the row? The first, second, third, or last, like that. Okay, so adjectives may also come, it could be also before, okay, before the noun or after a linking verb. Okay, just like in our example here, life is better. Okay, life is better. Okay, life is better. When you say life is okay, better, the word better here is the one modifying or describing life. What is better? What is better? What is better? Life. Okay. Who is young? The second example, who is young? Okay, the pronoun you. Okay, who is old and weak?
Grandfather.
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 And who is tired?
I.
I. So therefore we conclude that these specific, okay, adjectives that we have here is going back to the subject or the one that receives the complement or the description. Okay, so when we said life is better, we are referring to life, and what describes life is the word better. Okay, so let's just remember those types of adjectives that we had. Articles, the use of the word the, and an. The possessive adjectives are possessive pronouns that are used as an adjective or are used as a modifier. Okay, my friends are still young. Okay, when you say my friend, the word friend here is being modified by the word my. Okay, whose friend? Which one? My friends. Which one? Okay, which one are old one? Which grandparents are old?
There.
Their their grandparents. Which friends are still young?
My.
My friends.
My.
Okay.
My.
In here,
My.
demonstrative
My.
adjectives are demonstrative pronouns, this, that, and those that we use to describe or being used as an adjective. Okay, just like the word that. Okay, that exercise looks exciting. Okay, which exercise? That exercise.
Exciting.
Okay, that exercise. And the word exciting here also is an adjective that describes exercise. But in this case, we are referring to the demonstrative adjective that. Okay, the word that is the one that tells which one, which exercise, that exercise.
That.
Okay, which ideas?
Those.
Those
Those.
ideas. Okay, so again, in this case, I think you already know when to use this one, no? That and those. When do we use that? Near or far from the speaker? That.
Near.
Near? Will you say that if it is near or far? It is when the subject
Far.
is far.
Far.
Yes, when it is far. And how many? One or many? That. One or many?
Many.
Huh?
One. Many.
One.
One.
Okay. For many, we have the word those. Diba? When you say those books, or when you say that car, meaning to say only one. But when you say those pencils, it means many and are far from the speaker. We have the interrogative adjective. Interrogative adjectives are question words that we use to describe. And it follows a
Which
noun.
one?
Okay? It follows a noun. I mean, it is being followed by a noun. Okay? Just like the first example, can we all read this one together? 3, 2, 1, go.
Which task would you like to do?
Which would you like to
You
be?
like
What
to do?
book
Okay,
did you
what
buy?
Okay, what book did you buy? Whose
What
report
book?
was aired on the radio? Okay, in the first example, which task would you like to do? Okay, the word task is our noun that is being described by the word which. Okay, the task, okay, is being described by the word which. The word what in here describes the book. Okay, so in a sense that these characters here are referring to these words. Okay, so these interrogative adjectives are referring to the nouns that it follows. Okay, so whose report, what book, which task, okay, and so on. So probably it is being like this way, like it is the one that describes, it is the one that tells which one, what kind, or any question that could probably answer the question. It could be what kind or which one. Okay, so in here, many people, it tells us of the number, right, or the amount. Okay, so the quantity, how many people, many people.
Many.
Okay, how many
Many
suggestion, or
people.
how much suggestion? What's the quantity of the suggestion? Several
Many.
suggestions.
Several.
Okay, several
Oh,
suggestions. Okay, again, the word that it follows are the nouns that we modify or we describe. Okay, so any question with this one before we proceed to another topic?
no, teacher.
Okay,
No,
so let's
teacher.
just have 3 examples.
Can I off my
Okay,
camera,
some.
teacher? I have low connection,
Okay,
teacher.
it's okay, it's okay. Okay,
Teacher,
some
may I
Yaki.
go to the restroom?
Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay, number 1. Everyone. Everyone.
Go.
Everyone, please read the sentence for exercise 1. Exercise A, number 1. Some
Some young people seem to be full of
the others
different
are not reading. Do I need to mention your name before you read the sentence? Again, everyone.
Some
Three,
young
two, one,
people,
go.
some
Some
young
young
people
people
seem to
seems
be
to
careless.
be.
Some young people seem to be
Which one is the appropriate word to use?
careless.
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 Defective is most likely we can use this one for a thing or a gadget that is not working properly. Okay, number two. Many, though.
And they need to have alive,
Okay,
clever
have
mind.
alive or
Clever.
clever minds. Which one? Is it
Clever. Clever
clever?
minds.
Clever.
Minds.
Okay. Why not alive? Of course we. Okay, the more or the appropriate word to use is the word clever. Okay. What do you mean by clever? Is it dull or is it not intelligent, not smart, or the opposite one?
The opposite one.
Okay, so it
Except one.
means you are smart, you are clever, or like you can really think of a way for you to do something, diba? In a quick period of time, you can think of what to do. Just like when you are okay, imagine there are okay, this one is for everyone. Imagine there are lots of or there are wild animals. Okay? Imagine there are wild animals that surrounds you. Okay, we have um, lion, we have tiger, snakes, alligator, every anything like those kinds of what else? Hawk, diba? They are dangerous. What else can you think of?
Snake.
A snake. What else?
Crocodiles.
Okay, bears.
Bear.
Okay, bears.
Cat.
Crocodile.
Wild pigs.
Wild pigs.
Hyenas.
Tiger. Oh, hyena. Are they? Okay.
Wolf.
Cheetah.
Wolf. Wolf. What is that? The
Polar
sound?
bear.
Is that the sound of the dog? Wolf, no?
Lion.
The sound of the dog.
Yes. Black bear.
Diba? The dog will say,
How about a fox? Sure. How about a fox?
It's wolf, teacher.
ah, it's, it's the sound of the dog.
Wolf,
Lagi.
Black bears.
but a wolf is different than
Okay,
just
so
a
if
dog.
you will be given the chance to find ways on how will you be able to escape that one, what will you do? How will you escape from that one?
And I will just
Okay. Send.
shut out.
Okay.
Distract them with food.
Walk slowly.
Walk slowly.
Or I will just
You can use the
throw
chat
food
box
and
if you want
shout.
to.
Ignore.
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 But they won't ignore you. Yes, you can
Ignore
ignore them,
ba?
but they won't ignore you. What will you
Ignore.
do?
I will just
I would just-
get my
I think I would just ignore them.
throw it to them. That's why they will not anymore harm me because they already have their food.
No, that's not the proper one. That's not the correct one. Distract them with food, but you don't have anything other
I'll
than
just
yourself.
ask for help.
Yeah, you can distract them with food, and it's you, okay, who is their food. So you should distract them by your own.
Sacrifice.
You're gonna be the one who runs. Okay, ha?
No, but I will just go out the door and done.
No, that's not how you escape. I can imagine you're with those wild animals. You're trapped. Now, what will you do? Late.
That's like the worst thing I've ever seen.
No.
Teacher,
Ah,
if I were you, this would be yes.
But my
If I
cousin
will bring my phone, I will call 911 and
911, you don't
Teacher,
have
if I
phone. You don't have
encountered a
phone.
bear, then I will play dead.
No, you don't have phone. You don't have anything. You don't have
How about
any. You
teacher?
just have
This is
yourself.
This is one silly one, teacher.
Oh,
How about
You,
teacher?
if you would,
I will act.
if you
I
would,
will.
if I were
I
you,
will act like that.
or how about
I
you
will act
tame
like a
them?
monkey. Hey, I will act like a monkey.
okay. So surrender. Surrender. You want me to reveal you want me to
I
reveal
think
the answer?
um
No. Not gonna surrender. Never give up.
Never give up.
teacher, when my cousin sees
Just
a
go home.
chicken,
How will you be able to go home? You were trapped.
try to be friends with them or like that.
They are
I will
wild.
be. I will be.
Maybe
They're
you
hard to
can
tame.
tame
Yeah,
them.
you're hard to
Teacher, how
tame.
about we act
Hard
like
to
Tarzan,
tame.
teacher? Act
I
like
will
Tarzan.
act like Tarzan, teacher.
Enough of those one. Okay, let's proceed to discussion. Okay, do you want me to reveal the answer now or later when we're done with
Now,
the
now,
discussion?
now.
Now? Later,
Now.
later. I will reveal the answer later. Sige, sige. Okay, so any question with this one before we proceed? Yes or no? No?
Nope.
No. Okay, we'll send zombie. Okay, so adverbs of manner and frequency. Okay, again, what are those? They are the adverbs that tells how and how often something happened. Okay, adverbs of manner. Are you still with me, grade 4?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
But am I still with you, grade 4? That's true. Okay, enough of that one. Okay, we'll be talking about that one later when we are done with our review. Okay, so let's make this quick, shall we? So that we can discuss about the the things. Okay, so adverbs of manner tell how something happened, or it tells the manner of doing the action. Okay, the first example, Joshua does his work well. How did Joshua do his work? He did it
Well.
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 He can run quickly. How can he run?
Quickly.
Quickly. Okay. She plays the piano beautifully. How did she play the piano? Beautifully. Okay. So that's how something happened or how
Teacher,
something is being done by someone. Yes?
did you have the emergency alarm with the strong rain today?
No. Did you receive a message from your phone?
Yes,
No, I didn't.
there's a
I'm
strong rain.
I see. I didn't see my phone yet. Where is it? Maybe my neighbor has it. Later on I will check that one. Okay. Thank you for sharing that one though. Okay, so adverbs of manner again tells how something happened, and usually, of course, you put that one after the main verb or after the object if there is any. Okay. Here we could say that it is more common to use after the main verb. It is more common to use the adverb of manner after the main verb. Just like the population grew quickly. How did it grow?
Quickly.
Okay.
Sure, can it be?
But of course you could say the population quickly grew. Or you could also say father patiently waited. It could also be like that. Sometimes it could be placed before the verb. Okay? Or it could be after the verb. Okay. Next, we have the adverbs of frequency. And what does adverb of frequency tell us again? It tells us of
Tell often
How
something
how
happens.
often something happens.
Often something.
Often.
Okay, so just like the first example, Sandra regularly visits her grandmother in Bulacan. Okay, how often Sandra visits her grandmother in Bulacan? How often?
Regularly.
Regularly.
The
Okay, next.
second
The boy
word.
is habitually late. How often is the boy late? Habitually.
Habitually.
Okay, in here, the question was asked repeatedly. How often was the question asked?
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly. Repeatedly.
So
Do you
again,
remember when we are in online
how
class?
was the how was the question being asked again?
Repeatedly.
So in
Repeatedly.
this example, how was the question being asked?
Repeatedly. Not
Repeatedly.
repeatedly.
So talking of adverbs of frequency, it tells of how often something happens, right? So how was the question being asked again?
Repeatedly.
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 So that is
Repeated.
why, okay, this question again
Repeatedly. That's all it, bruh.
could be okay again. How was the question being asked?
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly
Okay. That's
every
why we
time.
could ask how often the question was asked. Just like what teacher is doing, asking it repeatedly.
Repeat what we said. Yes, like answering repeated. I just realized.
You really, you really realize that one? Okay, so how often does the question being asked?
Oh no!
Repeatedly.
Stop it, teacher.
Okay, that's good.
Repeatedly.
Okay.
No more
Okay.
jokes about
I swear this is gonna be the last.
us.
This is gonna be the last time that I will ask how often the question was being asked.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly every
Okay,
time,
so let us just have
teacher.
some of those adverbs of frequency. We have the word always, intermittently, rarely, commonly, irregularly, regularly, constantly, monthly, repeatedly, continuously, never, seldom, frequently, normally, sometimes, generally, occasionally, spasmodically. I guess we did some funny thing about spasmodic.
Habitually.
Di ba?
Often.
Remember, spasmodically means like napasmo at able to eat. Okay,
I said it was
habitually,
sport.
often, and sporadically. So the most commonly used are maybe always now, always, rarely, commonly, but not so regular, regularly, constantly, seldom, not so, but never, most likely is being used. Often, sometimes, generally. Okay. So again, any question? Again, adverbs of frequency tells how often something happen or how often something is being done. And adverbs of manner tells us of how something is being done. If there's no more question, let's proceed to the next one. Adverbs of place and time. Very easy because adverbs of place, of course, tells where something happens. Okay? They looked everywhere. Where did they look?
Everywhere.
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 Everywhere. Okay, so it should be if you have an object, it should be written after the object or it should be placed after the object. Just like in this example, mother took the child outside. Okay, mother took the child outside. You will not say mother took outside the child.
Huh?
You will not say mother took outside the
Outside.
child. Or will you say, okay, my mother cooked inside the food.
What?
Oh yeah.
It's
You
also
want it to
cool.
happen? So it should be my mother cooked the food inside. Not that you'll say my mother cooked inside the food. Lah, what will happen to your mother? She will get inside the food and then
He
cook
will be
there.
cooked.
Okay, and adverbs of time tells when something happened. It tells of the exact, most likely exact time when something happened. We have the word Saturday, Sunday, today, yesterday, next year, next week, next month, could be last week, last month, last year,
Next
finally,
generation.
eventually, already, soon, just, and still. Okay, so those are examples of adverbs of time. Question with this one. When do we use adverbs of time?
When something happens.
Yeah. When
When
something.
some
Something.
when
Something happens.
Okay, it tells us of when something happens. Next.
Oh, I got a strong word.
Okay, let's have the next one. Okay, comparison forms of modifiers. So we have the more and most or the EREST form. Okay. So adjectives or adverbs could also be compared. It could be talking of one or two or more than two adjectives or adverbs. Okay. So in the rule number one, it says here, most one-syllable modifiers form the comparative and superlative degrees by adding ER or EST. Just like the word cheap, cheaper, cheapest, fast, faster, fastest, smooth, smoother, smoothest. Some two-syllable modifiers. Okay, some two-syllable modifiers form the comparative and superlative degree with ER and EST. Just like the word lonely, lonelier, loneliest. Scary, scarier, scariest. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Other two syllable modifiers form the comparative and superlative by adding more and most instead of the EREST. And it is most likely when the modifier ends with a suffix. Do you still remember suffix and prefix and affixes? Okay, when do we use prefix? Or where do we put prefix? Before or after?
Before.
Before. How about suffix? Where do we put suffix? Before the root word?
After.
After the root word?
After.
After the root word. In the word lightly. Okay, in the word lightly, what is the root word? The root word is light. What is the root word? What is the root word? Great. Four. What's the root word again?
Light.
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 Okay.
Light.
The root word. And the suffix is li.
More. Light.
Li. Okay. In
Li.
in here, what is
Li.
the root word in the word careful?
Care.
Care. Okay. And the suffix is full.
Full.
Okay, full. How about in here? No. The word punctual, more punctual, most punctual. In here, it is really the nature of it to be used together with more and most, because you should not say punctualer and punctualless. It should be more punctual and most punctual. Okay? So more lightly, let's say lightlier, lightliest, or carefuler, carefulest. Okay? Modifiers that have three or more syllables, automatically you will use more and most. Again, if the syllables are more than three or three or more, you will use more and most. Just like the word industrious. How many syllables? Industrious. How many syllables? 4. So therefore, you're going to use more and most. More industrious, most industrious. Will you say industrious, sir? Yes or no?
No.
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 Rather, you will say more
No.
industrious and most industrious. Okay? Tenderly, more tenderly, most tenderly, and so on. Okay, and there are a few modifiers that are changing the spelling instead of using the EREST or more and most, just like the word bad, worse, worst, good, better, best. Same with well, into better, best. Also with many, more, and most. You will not say manier and maniest. You will not say good, gooder, goodest. Ah, not like that. We have the word better for the comparative and best for the superlative of the word good and well. You will not say weller, wellest. Understand?
Yes,
Understand?
teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Any question with this
Yes,
one?
teacher.
And so
Yes, teacher.
far? And so far, okay. So, sorry. Next, we have prepositions and prepositional phrase. Again, a preposition is a group of word, or a preposition is a word that connects a preposition to its object. Okay, or it is showing the position of the object. Like, where could we locate the object? Just like in the first example, Arthur puts the vase on the table. Where is it put? Where do we put that one?
On the table.
Huh? Again?
On the table. On the table. On the table. On the table. On the table.
Table.
So in that case, it tells us of the location. It tells us of the position of the object. When you say on the table, it means it is on the surface. Meaning to say, it is located on the surface. Not inside, not beside, but it is on the surface. Meaning to say, it touches the surface of the table. Next, we have the word he placed the he places the plates in the cupboard. Okay, when you say in, where can we find it? Is it on the surface or inside something?
Inside.
Okay, when you say, should you say put your books in your bag or on your bag?
In your bag.
In your bag. You will not say put your books on your bag, because if you will do, then it will probably be on the surface of your bag, not inside your bag. So what's the point having your bag, diba? If you cannot put your books inside, right? So it should be inside. If the particular place is capable of containing something, therefore we will use the word in. Or when you say he sits the pot of plant at the door, what does it mean? Is it on the surface or inside or probably beside or near the door? Which one?
Beside the door.
Beside or near the door. It is not put, okay, on top of the door, or just like let's say my mother is at the gate. Should it be my mother is in the gate? It went inside the
No.
gate? Yeah, probably it went inside the school, or it went inside something, or inside the house, but not inside the door, huh? You want to get inside the door or inside the house?
Inside the
Inside the
house.
house.
Inside the house, not inside the door, huh? Nobody should get inside the door.
I'll be stuck there
You will
forever.
be
Still
stuck
bad,
there
but
forever.
better than before.
Or how about on the door? Yeah, on the gate. My mother is on the gate. Really? Do you really think your mother will
My
really
mother
be
is on top of the
out
gate.
on top of the gate?
Oh my
Who
god.
or whose parent is like
I'm
really going to do that one? Diba? No one. Did you see or
But your neighbors
unless
will
they
think
forgot the
you're weird.
keys.
did
Unless they
you
forgot the keys.
no? Allah,
There's a
really?
door.
Oh wait. When you were having face to face, diba? No one did wait on the gate. They wait. They wait. Okay, they might have waited at the gate, but not on the gate. They will not really climb up to the that gate of the
They will
school.
go in directly because they will climb
Okay.
without any permission.
So preposition, of course, is very important, class, because it tells us where something is located. Okay, or prepositions could also be talking of not only the place but also time. Just like, okay, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, in the afternoon, at the afternoon, or on the afternoon. Okay, the proper way to say is in the afternoon. Okay, but if you are going to have it before the particular time, you should say, let's meet at 10 p.m. You will not say, let's meet on 10 p.m. or and let's meet in 10 p.m. But the proper way to say it is, let's meet at 10 p.m. Okay? The word on is going to be used when we are talking of particular date on November 3, on Monday. That is a particular date. On Saturday. Okay? The word in or the preposition in is being used to talk of months. Particular month or a year. Like in 1931. You will not say at 1931 at or on 1931, but it should be in. Okay, in November, in December. But if you are referring to a particular day, like November 3, it should be on November 3, not in November 3, because it is a particular date naman already. Okay? So again, a prepositional phrase is a group of words containing a preposition and the noun or a pronoun that it modifies. Just like in here, our preposition in the first example is the word on. But the prepositional phrase is the complete word after the preposition. So therefore, what is the prepositional phrase in the first example? On the table.
Table.
Okay, the prepositional phrase is on the table. How about in the second example? What is the prepositional
The cup
phrase?
board.
In the
Cardboard.
in the
Cupboard.
cupboard. That is the prepositional phrase. How about the third one? How about here?
The door.
At the door. But if I will ask you what is the preposition, what should be your answer in here? Only the word at. Okay? If the preposition alone. But if the prepositional phrase, it is the complete phrase right after the preposition. Got it? Okay, just like
Yes,
the
sir.
examples in here. Okay, diba? The one that is okay in here being highlighted is the prepositional phrase. Rina talks about the story. Okay, this one, the one that we have highlighted, is the prepositional phrase. The plane flew over the mountain. Okay, over the mountain is the prepositional phrase. Okay, while if I will be asking you of the preposition alone, what's the preposition in here? What's the preposition?
Over.
Over. Okay, over.
Over.
How about this one? What's the preposition in this example?
Side.
Beside.
Beside.
Okay, beside. Yes, very good. Question? Do you have any?
Nope.
And so forth. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one, conjunction. Okay, do you still remember conjunction? Words that joins together sentences, clause, phrase, or words. Again, you could refer to it as joiner or connector. Okay, so what could be another term for conjunction, everyone? It could be joiner or
Nectar.
connector. Okay, joiner or connector. So in here, we have the first one as coordinating conjunction. The first, do you still remember the fanboys, grade 4? Remember the fanboys? For and nor, but, or, yet, so. So if you ever forget the conjunctions, you can remember it by remembering the fanboys. Remember? Grade 4? Or no? This one. Remember this one? What does the word, what is the letter F stand for? It stands for the word. What word?
F.
For.
For.
How about A?
Or
And.
And.
N for
Nor.
nor. B
But.
for but. O for or.
Or.
Y for
Yet.
yet. And S for so.
So.
Okay, so if you ever forget the coordinating conjunctions, you could refer to the first letter of it. This one, for and nor, but, or, yet, so. FANBOYS or fanboys. Okay? Fanboys, yes. So you could remember. Next. Okay? So a coordinating conjunction is a word that connects two words of the same groups, similar elements, meaning a sentence should be connected to a sentence. A noun should be connected to a noun, not a noun to a verb, or a verb to a subject, or a subject to a sentence. No, it should be sentence to a sentence, a subject to a subject. Fat boys, not fat boys, fan boys.
Thought it was.
Very bad. Not fun, not fat boys, fan boys.
what boy? What boys?
Fan boys, fan boys. Very bad. You couldn't hear me properly. Am I choppy, class? Is my is cha p
Teacher,
he
not choppy,
Stop
not
acting like
A
it's
alright.
choppy.
little bit.
Not choppy.
A little bit.
Yes,
little.
you don't, I can
I did it intentionally.
For and all but
Or,
or
yes,
yet.
sir. Okay, for the coordinating conjunction, we have a lot. We have, you have to memorize this one. Okay? Joke. Not all. There's a lot of them if you remember. Maybe, but we will be able to use the most common one, like because, um, after, it could be also used if, even if, as long as, but not all of them. Okay. Anyway, so in here, the idea about this one is the coordinating conjunction uses the word for an or but or yet so, and it connects similar elements, just like this one. Diba? Sherwin and Helen are both subjects and both nouns. So therefore, it should be the same element. Since they both are the same elements, we could use the word and. Okay, so in the first example, what are the words that we connect? Sherwin and
Helen.
Helen. Okay, and the coordinating conjunction that we use in here is the word and. Okay. Next, we have the sentence. The task was difficult, but they went on with it. Okay. In here, the first one that we connect is this sentence. The task was difficult.
Teacher.
Huh?
The IP teacher.
Yeah, yeah. And what is the word that we use to connect them? The word but, right? The word but. And the word but is belonging to the coordinating conjunction here or here. So therefore, let's try to check if it joins similar elements. Is the second one also a sentence? Yes or no? Do we have a subject? Yes or no?
Yes,
No.
English.
Yes,
Yes.
we do have subject in here. They. Who went on with it? They. Ba? What did they do? They went on with it. So therefore, we could consider this one as a sentence. So two sentences connected by the word but is, okay, considered as a coordinating conjunction because it joins similar elements. The first one is a sentence. The second one is a sentence, right? So they join together similar elements. Same as the first example in here. Sherwin and Helen are they are both the same element. They are both noun and they are both subjects. Who begin the work? Sherwin and Helen. Sherwin and Helen did. Okay. Any question with this one?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess we can proceed to the last one. Interjection. Okay, our last subject was about this one. If you still remember, interjection. What does interjection do, or what does the what are interjections?
An
Interjections
interjection is
are,
a word that shows emotion.
okay, it is a word that shows emotion. They are not grammatically related to the rest of the sentence. Or let's say, even if we don't have those words, still a sentence is a sentence. Okay? Just like in here. Neglecting the existence of the word cheers, you are the champion, is a sentence still. Okay? You are the champion. It is still a sentence. That was a perfect goal. Still a sentence. I thought you would lose. Still a sentence. But these words here just intensifies it, or like it gives more emotion. When you say whoops, you almost slipped, diba? It gives you the idea of what the next sentence is or the previous sentence is about. Just like hooray. What does it mean when you say hooray? You are
Happy.
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 You're like
Happy.
you're happy because you had achieved something or you had won. Okay? I think we had more discussion about this one, right?
Yes, teacher. We have a discussion
I
about
Sure.
I have shown you those examples before. in our discussion with this one. Okay, so again, just remember that interjection shows emotion, and it should be showing the appropriate emotion. Okay, so when you
Yes.
when you are of course going to use the word wow, what does it mean?
You're surprised.
You're surprised.
You're surprised, teacher.
You are surprised. How about when you say, "Oh no," or like, "Oh my
It's
God,"
a
you
disaster.
are
Um,
You're like
an
shocked.
accident or something like that, teacher. Or
a
maybe like
sudden things,
something was going on. They would like
something
a
sudden
punishment to you or
happens.
something like that, teacher.
Diba? So when you say, how about this one? Boo, boo. What's that? It shows disrespect, no, or disapproval. You don't like the thing or something that is being introduced by someone, or like you don't like that particular person. Bravo. How about bravo? What's that? You are. What does it? What does it show? You are in approval. No, you approve something. You are like you. How do we say that one? You, when you say you approve, you are like you agree with it. No, you agree that something is great, something is good, like that. Anyway, do you have any question with this one?
No, teacher.
Not so far. Okay.
Teacher.
So now let me just reveal the answer. No one really knows what the answer for that one is.
Yes, teacher.
No.
Huh? Okay. So for you to escape, here is what you're going to do.
Why do I have hiccups?
Look at the chat box.
Ah,
Oh my
what?
God.
Diba I told you,
Teacher, how do you stop
imagine.
imagining?
Diba I told you, imagine.
Imagination.
Diba I told you, imagine. Imagine you are surrounded by wild animals.
Teacher,
Did
it's
it
it's
really
time.
happen to you?
No.
So
I'm dead.
you're just going to
I'm
stop
dead.
imagining. So that's how you're
Oh,
going
oh,
to,
oh, oh, oh.
that's how you're going to escape.
Teacher, I thought you said imagine like you are in a real life zoo.
That's why
If you
Gani, I
keep on
said,
down.
how will
How
you
about
be able to
you?
escape? Do you think you could be able to
I
escape
was
without?
gonna answer that, but I thought it was wrong.
Teacher's
Teacher, you,
already time.
It's already
teacher
time.
is big braining us right
Teacher,
now.
how about if
Okay.
you
Thank you
yeah.
for listening to
How about
teacher.
if you keep on
Grade
teacher has
4.
a break
Okay,
day? Like how about if
I
you
hope
don't
this would be a great help for you to be able to answer our exam next week, probably. Bye bye, grade 4.
I teach bye see you in Wednesday. I mean
On. It is a
Thursday.
specific day, man. On. It should be on.